Today I decided I wanted to talk to you guys about some of the products that I have been absolutely loving lately. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nanika, and here on Badass Brown Beauty, we talk about all things unfiltered when it comes to beauty. Some of these I discovered organically, some of these were sent me in PR, some I discovered through paid collaborations. No matter what the source, these are just some products that I have been enjoying and I can't stop reaching for them, and I wanted to share them with you. So let's start with my favorite category, skincare. First up has to be the CosRx 6 Peptide Skin Booster. I discovered this when Limes sent it to me to test out for a paid collaboration. It's one of those products that just, you're not quite sure what it's doing, but it's just adding a certain oomph to your skin. Like when you don't use it, your skin doesn't look as nice and feel as healthy. I use it as my serum step. It just helps to hydrate and it also helps the rest of my serums work better. Next up is the 1 Days You Deep Cleansing Oil. If you have oily acne prone skin like me, you will absolutely love this oil cleanser. I discovered this through PR, again sent to me from Limes. I mean, first of all, just look at the size of this bottle. You get way more than you do with most cleansing oils. It lasts for ages. Like I still have this much left after using it for several months. It takes off my makeup really well, and most importantly though, it is so good for blackhead removal and prevention. I love to do a deep oil cleanse with it every couple of weeks. I apply it to my dry skin, and instead of rinsing it off right away, I really work it into my skin at those parts where I tend to get a lot of blackheads and texture, which is mainly in my T-zone. And it's crazy how it just gets all of them out and clears up my skin. Technically, you could say that any oil cleanser could do this, but out of all of the oil cleansers I've tried, this one works the best for it. Like the texture or the formulation, I don't know what it is, but it just works phenomenally well. Next up is the Foxtail Clarifying Niacinamide Serum. They had another niacinamide serum before this, which didn't really do much for me, to be honest. So I wasn't expecting that much from this serum, but it has helped with my texture and also my acne marks. I recently got a few new breakouts because I was traveling, and the stress of traveling tends to break me out. And I would definitely say those red marks that those pimples left behind faded away much faster since I've been using this serum. And I also really enjoy the texture of this serum. It comes out like a gel and it just sinks into the skin, doesn't feel sticky or anything at all. But if you are sensitive to fragrance, then this one might not be for you because the fragrance is on the heavier side. Next up is the Dewy Tree High Amino All Cleanser. This is a Korean brand, but honestly speaking, I had never heard of this brand until a couple of weeks back when I received this cleanser as part of a PR package from Skin Bay. And let me just tell you, I have absolutely fallen in love with this cleanser. It's a creamy cleanser, but it cleanses the way a gel cleanser would without stripping your skin. Since I have oily skin where my pores tend to get clogged very easily, I need a cleanser that's gonna really do its job well. And this does that. And it also has a really nice smell. It feels cooling on the skin and it lathers really richly. So overall, just a 10 on 10 user experience. Okay, now I have a few moisturizers that I want to share with y'all. One is the Earth Rhythm Phyto Clear Moisturizer. So this is not actually new to me. I have used it before. Like I've used up an entire bottle of it, and I even talked about it on my page a few months back. But I think they recently repackaged it along with all the other moisturizers. So instead of like a glass bottle with a pump, it now comes in a tube. So I got sent it in PR with the new packaging, and I ended up rediscovering my love for it. It's such a good moisturizer for oily skin. It's lightweight, and at the same time, my skin doesn't feel dry within like 30 minutes of using it. And it can also be soothing when your skin is feeling irritated or if you're having breakouts. So great choice. I would highly recommend it, especially because it's super budget friendly. Next up is the Dot & Key Ceramide and Hyaluronic Barrier Repair Moisturizer. I was seeing this moisturizer everywhere when they first launched it a few months back, but I didn't really try it. I guess, I don't know, for some reason it wasn't super interesting to me. But then they sent it over to me in PR and I tried it, and I'm not exaggerating. Within the first 2 uses, I was like, this is on the way to achieving holy grail status in my skincare routine. It is such a good moisturizer. Like, it does exactly what it says it's gonna do. It hydrates very deeply. It helps to soothe irritated skin and repair the barrier. And right now, since it's winter, around my mouth, I'm having a lot of dryness. And the moment I put on just a little bit of it, my skin feels like it's been quenched, you know. And also this is fragrance free, so if you have sensitive skin, I think you would really enjoy this. Then next up, I've been loving these two moisturizers from Asaya. I just feel like Asaya is a very underrated skincare brand. I've talked about how much I love their retinol serum before, and these two moisturizers came to me in PR and I have really been loving them. Like both of them have been in my rotation. The vitamin C one, which is surprising in itself because, you know, I'm not a vitamin C fan. I'm kind of a vitamin C hater, to be honest, because I just feel like it's an overrated active, but I will give credit where it's due. This cream is so nice. It's a very lightweight moisturizer and at the same time it feels very hydrating. I feel like when I've been using it a few days in a row, my skin tends to look more glowy and, you know, less dull. And the dark blue one, it contains alpha arbutin, so I feel like that helps with dark spots, I guess. I haven't used it long enough to see that effect, but I just love the texture. It's a great night cream because it's a little more moisturizing than what I would use in the day. At the same time, it doesn't feel heavy or clog my pores. Okay, I had to pause filming there for a second because I felt like my eye was going to get scratched out. And turns out there was this massive speck of dust right in the middle of my lens, which I was able to get rid of. When you start wearing lenses, you become extremely comfortable with touching your eyeball. But now I think my lash looks a bit crooked. Oh gosh. I don't usually do false lashes, but I've been doing this magnetic pair recently and yeah, they look cute. So I thought, why not? Okay, so the next category is body care. I have been obsessed with this body lotion. It's the Dermatotile Glutathione Skin Toning Body Lotion. I received this to test it out for a collaboration and it's so nice. Like it's, first of all, it's super moisturizing, which is priority number one for me since, you know, my body skin is so dry, especially right now since it's winter. But other than that, it also helped my skin feel a little bit more bright, a little bit more glowy. Difference is subtle, I will say that. It's not like dramatic, but you know, it's the little things which make a difference. So this is one of those. Another body care item that I've been really enjoying is Foxtail's exfoliating body wash. First of all, it smells absolutely incredible. Like all of their body care, especially I think the deep hydrating body wash and this exfoliating body wash smells so good. Makes showering such a pleasurable experience. And since it contains salicylic acid and I believe also an AHA, it also makes my skin feel a lot smoother, but at the same time it's a pretty gentle exfoliation like compared to a scrub, you know. If you have sensitive skin so you want a gentle exfoliation, I think you would really like this. It's a very nice body wash. Then I have one singular hair care item. It's not that I haven't been enjoying a lot of hair care products lately. It's just that this is one of the few that I haven't talked about that much. I've talked about all the other ones a lot already. This is the Dove Curl Defining Gel. Dove reached out to me and asked me to try these to see if I would like to do a collaboration with them. And initially I was like, I don't know why. I guess I just had this weird prejudice against it that, you know, a mainstream brand like this would not be able to do good curl care products because most of the good curl care brands in India are indie Indian brands. So I guess I had these preconceived notions, but this gel actually really subverted my expectations. It leaves a mild cast, but you know, even if I use it really generously, it doesn't feel like too much, and I always have a good headache whenever I use this gel. Dove actually sent me, I think, 2 or 3 bottles of this in PR. I just took it for granted that I'm not gonna like it that much, so I gave away the other 2 bottles to my cousins, and now I'm kind of regretting it because my bottle is like 3/4 of the way over. This is the only bottle I have, and if I want it again, I'm gonna have to repurchase it myself. Then there's a fragrance that I've been really enjoying is the Joie de Vivre fragrance from Moi by Nykaa. This is a range of perfumes that I think is a wonderful addition to the Indian market because they have such a range of fragrances that have depth to them, nice packaging, good lasting power at a pretty good price point. Joie de Vivre, it's so funny actually how I got this. So I had gone to Nykaa Land last year in 2023 and that's where I first smelled the fragrances from this brand. After checking out all of them, I was like, oh, Joie de Vivre seems like the nicest. I really want to try it. And then after that, I kind of forgot about it. And then, lo and behold, a few months later, Nykaa sent it to me in PR. And they have several variants, okay? So, like, what are the chances that I would get the specific one that I wanted? Like, I manifested that. This is a really summery daytime fragrance and I really like it. It's light, but at the same time, the lasting power is really impressive. Like it's perfect for brunch or, you know, if you're just going out for a coffee date. I just love it for daytime use. It's such a lovely fragrance. Now let's talk about a little bit of makeup. The Nykaa Super Light Serum Infused Skin Tint is a recent launch and they have been marketing it as an Instagram filter in a bottle. And while I think that's an exaggeration, it is a really nice skin tint. So I typically tend to gravitate towards medium to full coverage complexion products, but this is light coverage and it's surprisingly very nice. It strikes that perfect balance between dewy and matte, and the lasting power is pretty impressive, especially on oily skin. I did set my oiliest areas like my T-zone and this area with some loose powder, but the rest of it I did not set with powder, and it lasted really well without looking like an oil spill at the end of the day, which is really impressive with my skin. So if you're the kind of person who likes a really light complexion product or like BB creams and stuff, and you want something really lightweight for daily use, which just kind of gives you a little bit of coverage but not too much, this would be a very good option for you. I'm actually going to be posting a dedicated review of this skin tint soon, so look out for that. Then I've been loving Sunnies Fluffbalm Blotted Lipstick in Perfect Mauve. This is a Filipino brand that I discovered on Kult. They have the most beautiful packaging and the most amazing looking products. Okay, this lipstick is exactly what you would think a blotted lipstick should look like. It literally looks like a lipstick which you applied and then blotted. It's so good for that my lips but better kind of look. Supposing you're not wearing any makeup and you just want a little wash of color over your lips which looks super natural, this is so good for that. I love it. Plus, I managed to get it on a killer deal on Cult because they were having one of those crazy sales when I managed to get it. Next up is the Dear Me Hypergloss Lip Balm. I actually picked this up while I was in Indonesia, and this is with the color Dear Lala. It's super pigmented, like one swipe pigmentation, and it's so nourishing because it's a lip balm. And it looks really nice whether I'm wearing zero makeup or a full face of makeup. Like, talk about being versatile. So this was a little roundup of some of the products I've been loving lately. I initially thought making a monthly favorites series, but I figured that I don't discover good new products on a schedule. Like, it just happens. There are some months where I only use my old favorite products and hardly try anything new. Then there are times when I suddenly discover a lot of good products in a short amount of time, like now. So I think I'm just gonna upload these videos whenever I have enough products to talk about, like now. Make sure you're subscribed for more honest, unfiltered beauty content, and see you in my next video.